Some top stories for you tonight. The UA students get involved in the presidential campaign.
We have a special report on how to protect yourself from sexual predators.
And how to help make Wilma Wildcat the top mascot in the nation.
All that is coming up on Wildcast.
It's Wildcast.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Wildcast. I'm Max Efron.
And I'm Sarah Canty. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are following breaking news in the UA TV studio. A judge ruling now makes it okay for police to ask people to show their papers. It's the first time police can enforce the law created in 2010. Police can now question if a person is a legal citizen while enforcing other laws.
The presidential election is just over 2 months away. Party supporters on the U of A campus are working to swing the vote. I decided to take a look at the political group activity on campus. With the presidential race in full swing, party supporters on all sides are taking steps to strengthen their party's voting base. This last Thursday, the University of Arizona Young Democrats Club did just this by holding a phone banking event in the Student Union Memorial Center. This is just one of the many events they hold to get politically conscious students involved.
Phone banking, registering people to vote. We ask people, we stand out at the mall sometimes and ask people if they want to register to vote. And it annoys some people, but in the end, it's really a public service to register people to vote. So we do voter registration, we canvass, which is essentially just knocking on doors, getting people information about where to vote, telling them how to vote, or registering them to vote if they're not, or re-registering, especially in the case of a lot of students where they're registered somewhere else and then they come here and they can't vote.
As the Young Democrats were gearing up to watch President Obama speak at the Democratic National Convention, the Young Americans for Liberty, the Libertarian Club on campus, was holding their first meeting of the semester right across the Union. J.D. Wood, an independent who decided to sit in on the meeting to hear their views, was very outspoken concerning his political standing.
I support Obama 100%. I am independent. There are some views that I don't agree with. I'm military, as you can see by the tattoos. I don't understand what was wrong with don't ask, don't tell. I saw combat big time, and I can tell you right off the bat, at no given moment did anyone ever ask me if I was straight or gay. It just doesn't come up. Our country right now is still dominated by George W. Bush politics and that whole trickle-down theory of economics that we can't get away from, where everybody's wanting to, Romney and Ryan are wanting to cut more taxes and give more to the rich when it's just so obvious that the way our country grows is from the middle class out and from the bottom up, not from the top down. It just doesn't work that way.
With voting day coming up on November 6th, activity and discussion like this will become increasingly routine. If you wish to get involved in politics on campus, simply go to a search engine, type in the University of Arizona, as well as the party you are interested in, and see what events the club of your choice has lined up. Coming to you from the University of Arizona, I'm Max Efron, reporting for Wildcast.
So I'm assuming you're all set to vote.
Yes, I signed up last month.
Well, I think it's a good time to remind all you watching that the deadline to register to vote is actually only 3 weeks away. But keeping it local, imagine hearing a bang on your backyard door. You call police and discover that it was a sexual predator. A UA student has 2 similar experiences in her own backyard. Reporter Alexa Vogue-Tritter investigates how to stay safe. Alexa?
With the number of sexual assaults rising around campus in the last 3 years, it is important to know what to look out for and how to protect yourself. UA sophomore Natalie Thornquist had 2 run-ins with a possible predator at her new home the very first week she arrived back in Tucson. The first time, she saw a strange man outside her family room screen door staring in at her and her roommates. I sat down with Natalie to ask her what it was like.
I just oh my gosh guys, there's a man outside. And we freaked out.
When police arrived, Thornquist described the man she had seen, and the response she got was anything but reassuring.
The guy was found sexually assaulting someone, or the same description, 2 nights before.
Unfortunately, the police did not scare this peeping Tom away. The very next night, he came back and was shaking Thornquist's window, trying to force his way into their house. Stories like this one are not uncommon on and around the U of A campus.
Sexual assault is an issue for women at every age, which is why learning key self-defense skills can give women the power to fight back.
Jeff Prather has been teaching self-defense classes for over 25 years and recommends that all women learn how to defend themselves in order to avoid possible situations that could lead to an assault.
They can prevent 95% of things that might happen to them. Everybody today is on iPods, and looking down and not paying attention to their surroundings, and they're not aware of the cues of predators that are going to attack them, including on campus.
The most important message he wanted to share with young women:
live free from fear, not to be intimidated or oppressed or afraid to walk around, that with a little bit of training, a little bit of awareness, that they don't have to be in terror or live in cages or be afraid to walk around. They just need to be aware and empowered.
Next, I sat down with UAPD officer Juan Alvarez and asked him what he thinks women can do to protect themselves from being attacked at home.
Leave lights on in the porch and in the back. And again, if you do see anything or hear anything suspicious, call 911 immediately, and then we'll send someone out to make sure you're safe.
As for traveling on campus,
make sure that you let someone know where you're going and when you're coming back. Travel in groups if you can, in well-lit areas.
For more information on self-defense classes, you can call the Warrior School at 520-241-7690. Or sign up for a class online through the Rec Center at campusrec.arizona.edu.
Okay, so what we did with that was...
Thanks, Alexa.
So you're a pretty petite girl. I assume you have some method of getting around campus at night?
Well, besides these guns to ward off the guys, I actually got this bad boy. But I was looking at it the other day, and I actually noticed that it expired in December of last year.
You might want to get on that.
Yeah.
Next, find out what the U of A career fair has to offer. That was disgusting.
Hi, it's David Hasselhoff, the Hawk. Get Hoff with UATV. Stay tuned. Don't change the dial.
I see those clones looking down on me, but unlike those clones, this dog is free. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life, dog's life. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life.
With an undefeated 5-0 outcome for the Fall Classic Tournament.
The Occupy movement is taking hold because of its strength in numbers.
Tonight is the absolute last night to ride the trolley, as it is closing for 2 years.
I'm sitting on what used to be known as Bear Down Field, which will soon be U of A's new practice field.
I'm Evan Murray, reporting from McHale Center with Wildcast.
Welcome back. The school year has just begun, but UA students are already preparing for life after college. The university's career fair was last week, and we had Wildcast reporter Monique Padilla on scene. Monique?
This past week, students got to meet with employers and practice their business skills at the 2012 Career Services Kickoff event.
The idea of today is to create student awareness and help students get prepared for what's coming. Students of all majors, freshmen through seniors in their last year of graduation, are welcome to come here. We're doing a couple things. One, in our front room, we're doing resume reviews, and we have over a dozen employers assisting us with this, plus campus partners.
While students got to take part in all these activities, they also got to meet face-to-face with government agencies and discuss potential future opportunities.
I think it's a great event. Students have had a lot of interesting questions and shown us their resumes and have asked questions about what sorts of classes we're looking for, experiences might be helpful. So I think it's a neat opportunity for them to, again, to get a head start on their future careers.
Students not only got to meet with representatives, but they also got to participate in mock booth interviews where they practiced engaging with employers.
Overall, I thought it was great. It was a really great idea to just get us started, let people know what kind of resources are available for them. Even though this is a kickoff event, but they're always here to help you out, so look forward to coming back here and getting some more help in the future.
Reporting for Wildcast at the Student Union, I'm Monique Padilla.
Thanks, Monique.
It really is amazing how quick graduation in May comes. It's seriously never too early to start planning ahead.
I completely agree. Yeah, the earlier the better. Although it's a good idea to look towards your future after graduation, there is a lot to explore while you're here. UA students of all different majors and backgrounds collaborate to design, build, test, and race a custom off-road race car. Wildcast reporter Nikki O'Shea has more. Nikki?
Clubs on campus are stereotyped for their weekly meetings and annual events, but UA Baja Racing takes college clubs to the next level, and it starts with building a car. UA Baja Racing placed 12th out of 117 teams at this summer's collegiate off-road racing competition. Not only were there teams from the United States, but also India, Venezuela, Argentina, and Brazil. PR Director Matthew Ware cannot stress enough that this club is open to all majors, and that no club is as hands-on as Baja Racing.
The difference between this club and other clubs is that you actually get to put your education to work. You don't just go to meetings and learn about the stuff you're learning about in school. You actually get to put it to practice. You get to actually get your hands dirty, full of grease, and actually, put something on the ground. And it's a good place for people of all different majors to get experience. When you're looking to get a job someday, they're going to look at what experience you have. And experience is more than just, I took a class in business economics, or I took a class in marketing. But to actually get to put that in practice is something completely new.
The summer off-road racing competition is coming up faster than this team may think, and placing in the top 10 is crucial to satisfying President William Titus's checklist.
I'm following a line of exceptional students who basically brought up this club from nothing in 2007 to a close to top 10, top university in the competitions. There's a lot to live up to.
To learn more about UA Baja Racing Club, visit www.engr.arizona.edu or head on over to the Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering Building on Mountain and Speedway on Saturdays at 10 a.m. in room N213.
Thanks, Nikki. Speaking of entertainment, it's Emmy season and the stars are out. Last Saturday, the Academy held the first stage of the 64th Annual Primetime Emmy Awards, the Creative Arts Awards. Kathy Bates finally won an Emmy for her role on CBS's 2.5 Men. HBO's Game of Thrones set the bar high with 6 wins. Make sure to tune into the Primetime Emmys next Sunday, September 23rd at 4 p.m. on ABC. To celebrate the Emmy season, we are holding our first competition. All you have to do is post a picture of your completed Emmys ballot and a picture of yourself to our Facebook or Twitter with the hashtag Emmys Competition by Saturday, September 22nd. The person with the most correct answers will get their name and picture recognized on next week's Wildcast.
You can find out more online. We will give you the latest news updates and answer your questions on our Facebook page. When we return, Wilma needs your help. We'll have more after the break.
I'm Derek Williams, your former U of A Wildcat. You're watching UA TV. Don't change the channel.
The UA campus has a lot to offer. In fact, Southern Arizona's only planetarium is right on the U of A campus. Wildcast reporter Chelsea Wald has more. Chelsea?
There's only one planetarium theater in southern Arizona, and fortunately for University of Arizona students, it is located right in the middle of campus. Flandro Science Center and Planetarium has been open to the public for the past 37 years, but many students are unaware that the center even exists.
A lot of students don't know that we're here, which is really unfortunate because Flandro has different exhibits that really kind of teach things that students don't necessarily think about.
Flandro is a very interactive science center where the public is able to touch, create, and build items on display.
We have such an amazing array of different experiences here, from hands-on exhibits about geology and ecology to astronomy and geology and minerals, and it's really a hidden gem here on campus.
Many of the exhibits here at Flandro feature contributions from UA research. UA junior Anna Erickson is a volunteer at Flandro and thinks it's a place that all students should have a chance to experience.
I think students should come here because there's a lot to see. I'd never been here before I was volunteering, but there's just so much to see. There's so much you can learn here.
Travel to the lowest level of Flandro and find the Mineral Museum's permanent exhibit with over 2,000 minerals on display ranging in all shapes, colors, and sizes. Some specimens in the Mineral Museum weigh just a few grams, while others weigh thousands of pounds, like the specimen behind me. Open 7 days a week, and with so many fun exhibits to look at, UA students should definitely do their best to venture to Flandro Science Center and see everything it has to offer. Reporting from Flandro Science Center for Wildcast, I'm Chelsea Wold.
Thanks, Chelsea. Flandro Science Center is the only free public astronomy program in Arizona. You can go to the observatory for free, and volunteer astronomers will show you the galaxies and stars.
We love to show our Wildcat pride at the U of A. Our very own Wilma Wildcat is still participating in the National 2012 Mascot Challenge. Reporter Rachel Allen takes you through the steps to ensure Wilma stays on top. Rachel?
We are now finishing up the second week of the Capital One Bull Mascot Challenge. Unfortunately, Wilma is trolling Michigan State's mascot Sparky. We can prevent this from happening again if all of us UA students get together and vote.
Well, the Capital One Mascot Challenge is a competition between lots of mascots all over the country. There's 16 that have been chosen, and each week they go head-to-head versus one of the other mascots in the challenge, competing for the most votes. So when you go online and vote for them, you're going to see that there's a percentage, and it kind of shows you whoever has the highest percentage of the votes that week wins that competition. Overall, though, towards the end of the competition, they're going to tally up all of the total votes from the entire time, and whoever has the most votes is going to go on to the playoffs, and they have the opportunity to win a $25,000 prize.
To vote, go to www.capital1bull.com and click on Vote Now. Then scroll down until you see Wilma. Under her name, it'll see Vote Now, and a red check mark will come to the side. Then submit your vote. This page will come up once your vote is submitted. You can also vote on Facebook by going to the Capital One page and liking Wilma, or on Twitter by #CapitalOneWilma.
Well, this is just one more chance for all of our fans to show their UA pride and get out there and vote for Wilma. So it'll benefit the school by giving us lots of publicity and getting the word out that U of A has the best fans in the country.
If you forgot how to vote, there are flyers like these posted around campus. The cheer and mascot organization cannot do this on their own. Let's all get together, show our UA pride, and vote for Wilma and bring home the prize.
So just a little fun fact for you guys, my co-anchor over here just got a Twitter yesterday.
Guilty as charged. Yeah.
But speaking of mascots, let's take a look at what's been going on in UA sports. What do you have for us tonight, Lauren?
Thank you, Sarah. Good evening, Wildcats. I'm Lauren Weinberg, here to give you a recap on our sports over the weekend. It was a great weekend for our athletes as the football team shut out South Carolina State 56-0. Quarterback Matt Scott put up a stellar 288 passing yards, going 30 for 36 in completions against the Bulldogs. Climbing only 2 spots from last week, the number 22 ranked Cats will go on the road to face 3rd ranked Oregon this Saturday. In other sports, the volleyball team hosted the Arizona Desert Classic this past weekend, sweeping American University to take home the title. Libero Candace Nicholson was named MVP of the tournament, with teammates Rachel Rhodes and Olivia McGill on the all-tournament team as well. The Cats will host 4 straight home games, starting tonight with rival Arizona State. That's all I have for tonight. Bear down. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Lauren.
You know, I'm kind of bummed that we're not going to have a home game this coming Saturday.
I know. I don't know what I'm going to do with my Saturday.
Seriously.
But from all of us here at UATV, thanks for joining us. You can watch us anytime online at uatv.arizona.edu.
We'll see you back here next week for another edition of Wildcast.
Yeah.